In the last video of what I learned running a $350,000 window cleaning company, I shared with you everything up to that point of starting my business, the ups, the downs, and all in between. In this video, I'm going to share with you everything I learned running a 7-figure window cleaning company in under 2 years and the process I took to get there. The very first thing I learned that's different from the first video with our door-to-door sales team. Door-to-door is still a huge part of what we do this year. A lot of it has been me. At the beginning of the season, we got a lot of traction from last year with our service plans of wanting to learn how we were selling the plans at the door. We were getting really smart and savvy with, hey, we can come out annually, biannually, triannually, quarterly, all the things. And there's a lot of people who wanted to learn how we did that. So off rip, we had a lot of momentum because we ended up flying guys out from different countries, different states to come to Colorado where we operate in February and March when we're still cleaning windows. Yes, we're still cleaning windows. Flew out, we had a huge couple of blitzes. It was a big hit. Guys learned a lot, I learned a lot. We were able to bounce ideas off of each other. So the first thing that we learned was that the power of community is astounding. There's a lot of people that are wanting to build their home service and window cleaning companies, and they're gonna be able to do it with these service plans now that we've kind of dialed in for the most part. But at the beginning of the year, we had guys fly out. We did a couple blitzes into February, beginning of March. Put a lot of schedules on the books from 3 months, 4 months, 6 months from now. So it was great for our business, but a lot of guys got to learn and get hands-on and be a part of a really cool environment. We took the training pretty seriously, and it was fun, to be honest. Additionally to that, we had a couple of my sales reps coming back. So we had a couple guys, like 1 to 3 guys who are still just part-time local guys that all play sports in the summer. They already knew what they were doing from last year, so they came back for this summer. And they were a lot more efficient when they were on the doors, communicating, setting expectations, being super explicit with the clients on how the plans would work. And it was a net positive overall. With that being said, after the blitz, we didn't have a huge team because my manager from last year, who was also one of our top sales reps, besides myself, of course, he actually launched a location for us out of state in Missouri, and he started his own. So not only did we get the service plan side of things dialed down, we created some systems for other guys who want to use our name, image, and likeness with our new brand in the back-end software systems, automations, so that they could take and build their own. So we're super excited for that. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Jace, he's the other one, same thing. We sent those guys to a couple different states, and now they're working the Rise branch elsewhere. Now that we had plenty of jobs on the table, we had to get all new trucks. Ford Mavericks are the hybrid vehicles. We got custom skids for those. We got 3 of them. Now we had to make sure that we had enough technicians constantly that were very competent, who knew how to get the jobs done correctly, who knew how to upsell and create like a great experience for the clients. And so it was up to me before this blitz in the spring and summer came, so that we could have the team super dialed, and that's exactly what we did. I created training modules so all the technicians knew the framework of what the expectations were going into, the start of your new job, the work weeks, how we do our meetings, how we do our service plans, how we service the clients, all those things. And we got the technicians extremely dialed in on how to take care of everyone. Now that we had the work trucks, the systems, the sales reps, technicians all kind of dialed in, the start of the year went really well. We were in some really nice neighborhoods, selling a lot of window cleaning, a lot of recurring window cleaning. And that's pretty much the main formula to creating a 7-figure or multiple 6-figure window cleaning business. You have to get them on service plans, because now if you start in May, of year 1 at 10,000, May of year 2, now you've got like 15, 20, 25,000 already on the book. So instead of starting from 10 or 0, now you get to start from 15, 20, 25, and you can compound your growth year after year. And yes, of course, some people are gonna cancel or not understand that they were on the plan or whatever. That's okay. That's the next thing I learned. You need to expect more of these problems to happen. It's a constant theme. I talked about it in the last video. If you're expecting everything to go really smoothly, you got another thing coming. We've had some clients obviously not understand what they signed up for. Some of them freaked out. Some of them said this was unethical. It's okay. You do expect that to happen, especially if you're doing a large volume of door-to-door. just by default, some of that's gonna happen. But if you explain to them the process, say, hey, no worries, let's get it taken care of. Or it's like, hey, this obviously wasn't communicated to you. Let me just do this for you. Or it's like, hey, no worries, yep, we already got your bill taken care of and you're set for the 20th this month. And you'll always get those 2-week reminders, so we still got you covered. Most of the time when you explain to the client, they're super chill and they're like, okay, just wanted to make sure I was getting on the schedule type of deal, okay? There's more, as you create more systems and more processes and more growth, there's just gonna be more issues that come along the way. That's the entrepreneurial way. That's the spirit of the entrepreneur. We're high-level problem solvers, okay? The next thing I learned basically was the systems of hiring our first ever administrative assistant. We hired a VA, shout out to Jim. He's amazing, communicates really well. The clients love him. He does a fabulous job. We had to create systems for him on what his tasks were to do. Say, hey, when you clock in at 7, from 7 to 8, these are things you should be doing. You should be checking messages from the previous day and emails. You should be going over the schedule, making sure like clients aren't having any issues or wanting to reschedule last minute, making sure technicians are good to go with their jobs and things like that, communicating with our crews if need be, and so on and so forth. So creating an administrative assistant was the next thing that I really needed to focus on. Once we did that, we hired him to answer the phone, upsell plans after service, get a hold of techs if need be, or to communicate things, to add notes into all the jobs, to schedule the jobs, payroll, all of the low leverage tasks that me as the CEO does not need to be doing. Because if you're running your company, the biggest thing you want to focus on is working on your business, not in your business. So for example, if I'm doing all of the payroll, all the scheduling, all the hiring, all the firing, all the training, the company is not going to grow and you're going to get stuck. So if you've been stuck for a year, 2 years, or 5 years, or 10 years, it's probably because you are not offloading lower leverage tasks to other people, okay? You need to buy back your time so that you can focus on revenue generating activities and grow your company. Once we got the admin kind of situated, now it's just making sure the team gelled together, of course, and we needed to hire our operations manager or our branch manager. One of our techs who'd been working with us for a year, we are just now like slowly kind of handing off a lot of the field tasks to him so he can hire, fire, he can make the schedule for the technicians, make sure guys like know what the expectations are for their job and things like that. So that was the next project. We're still kind of tweaking it. We really want to make sure that position is rewarded for their time. And literally, I don't want to have to worry about anything in the field, nothing. If my focus has to answer phone calls or fix problems, I can't focus on those high leverage tasks like revenue generating activities like I just described to you. That is huge for your company. You need to be able to make these hires not to try to make more money off rip, but to buy your time back so that you can make more money by investing your time in those, in the revenue generation. So here are the main new couple of things that I'm taking away this year. We're gonna do over $500,000 in revenue again. Somewhat similar-ish, just a lot more margin with our plans now. I'm learning a ton of new things as we go. The biggest thing that I'm learning is what I just touched on. If you don't set systems in place, you are not gonna be able to grow your company. Doesn't matter what it is. If you have a banana tree farm, or if you literally sell books at a bookstore, if you have a library, or if you sell a service or a coffee shop or whatever, look at the biggest companies in the world like Starbucks. Their systems are so dialed in. You can create a Starbucks in any market basically in the world, for the most part. And you can just do a pop-up shop. People know what to do. You just put the people in place and they follow the systems. Same thing that I'm learning. If you don't put in systems, you're not going to grow and you're going to stay stuck where you are. Next thing that I've learned that I'm super excited about is how to run ads online so we don't just have to door knock. The next 5 to 10 years is a huge opportunity for door knocking and just window cleaning in general with the service plans, like I mentioned. Now you don't have to door knock. You can get service plans that create a really good ROAS, or return on ad spend if you don't know what that means, so that you can do inbound sales and the clients can come to you. It's not magic, obviously, okay, but you want to have omnipresence in your market with your brand. So you need a cool brand and you need to be able to run ads online. You also need to put yard signs in everyone's house, door hangers at everyone's house, things like that, so that now you're getting more impressions for your brand and people are starting to recognize you as a company. But with the ads, we're doing a ton of recording, editing, creating different hooks, creating different offers. We're super excited to see how that goes. We've been testing it for a short time and we're getting a good return. And we're gonna be sharing that with other people as we go. Last thing I learned, people are still gonna try to take advantage of you. This was the last scene in the previous video. It's still the same. Clients are still gonna take advantage of you. People are, now with success, they're gonna be like, hey, you wanna sponsor us doing this? Or hey, do you wanna be a part of that? You need to learn to say no, okay? When people try to get you to do extra or give you discounts, it doesn't make your business, have a higher position. It actually lowers your status. So when people ask for X and Y and Z, you need to say no, stand your ground, keep hyper focusing on growing your company and doing things that way. And lastly, guys, shameless plug here, we have an online community of accountability group, triple digits worth of other window cleaning business owners in it. There's a first tier and then there's a second tier. If you guys want to be a part of that, make sure you hit the link in the description. You guys jump in there. We do accountability calls and a lot of kind of educational material stuff, so you guys can have a good framework of a roadmap for building your multi-6-figure, 7-figure business. So if you guys like these videos, gonna try to get more consistent. Stay tuned and we'll see you guys soon.